Like, I mean, not like a super huge amount, but like I spent yesterday just preparing to record this final bit today. I went in and collected all the shards that I could without moving forward in the story, and it took probably about an hour and a half to clear out the sections that we hadn't already cleared out. That includes collecting all the shards and doing all of the D.U.P checkpoint things that you have to destroy to reveal them on the map. And I didn't do any of the side missions. I mean, the only side mission that I've done that you guys haven't seen, I did one of these spray painting side missions just to use it for a thumbnail. And that's it. I haven't done very much of anything in terms of side missions in this game. And it's only taken me, like, typical series and a typical length game is like 30 parts for general games these days. At least that's what I've noticed. And that's with me being the meticulous son of a bitch that I am and trying to collect everything, trying to find everything and all that stuff. Like even Uncharted The Lost Legacy, which first episode of that went up today. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. The full game took me about, I'd say, I think it was like 7.5 hours, somewhere in that range. And that was with
Delsin Rowe has begun another rampage. His past terror sprees have resulted in the deaths of hundreds of loyal D.U.P guardians and our fellow satellites.
It's not a terror spree if I'm saving the innocent and sparing your horde of killers.
Yeah, he's got a point. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, that's the last one. So we'll get this and then head to the... Oh, I guess it counted because it thought I was going to the second island. I guess? I don't know. But, what was I talking about? Oh, Uncharted. It took me about 7.5 hours, and it's not a full-size game by any means. And I have it all scheduled and ready to upload daily as time progresses. So be on the lookout for those videos. But the thing that my point is that 7.5 hours that it took me, there's a big open part just like the part in Uncharted 4 near the beginning of the game. Actually, pretty much the whole game takes place in it. Where you can go wherever you want, collect a bunch of stuff, and you don't have to do it, but I wanted to, so I did. And it probably padded out the length of that playthrough by at least a couple hours. Like, it probably made that a couple hours longer than it would have been without it.
Hey, Delsin! We believe you, not Augustine!
Take it to the D.U.P.
Alright, here we go. Jesus. Fly! I don't know if I'm over it. There I am. Alright, here we go. Alright, I don't remember that being a thing. Anyway. Yeah, like, I could have beaten that game probably at least 2 hours sooner if I hadn't been doing everything and collecting as much stuff as I could find. And I use guides for games whenever I hunt for trophies. I haven't gone back to play the game again on Crushing yet or collect everything because I'm waiting for guides to but like it's one of those things where like that game is very
you got
short,
it backwards,
especially if you
Augustine.
don't look for
These people have
everything.
seen us both in action. They want justice. It won't be my head on the platter.
All right,
This is it, Del.
this is it.
Once you shut the defenses down, there's no turning back. So what's the plan, Conduit? Gonna take her alive, show the world what she's done, or just kill her for what she did to Reggie?
That's another thing I just thought about. Spoilers for the first Infamous game if you haven't played it. I highly recommend if you're going to play an Infamous game to start with the first one, because it's very much like the original Dead Space. If you start any further in the timeline, you won't be able to go back, because the first game is so dated and just completely horrible by comparison. It really is. Great game, but as compared to the second and Second Son, it's not. It doesn't live up. It really doesn't. It hasn't aged well. But in the first game, you can go through the entire thing, and near the end, you're presented with a choice, and if you choose the evil thing, it will change everything and make you completely evil. I'm curious about this. I never tried it, because whenever I played it before, I did a purely good and a purely evil run of each, but I never did like a mixed matched run of it. So I'm curious if like if I were to choose to kill her, would it just make me completely evil even though my karma is like maxed out good? I'm not sure.
Okay, lady. Time for the world to see what you really are.
Alright, here we go. I am going to need smoke for this, which is my least favorite power.
Gotta get the power to break into her tower.
Oh, son of a bitch. Cut the power to break into the tower. Alright, Delsin. So if you're gonna have cheesy rhymes, I will mute you, my friend. Let's see here. There we go.
Okay, I can work with that.
Ah! It opened the door for me.
Even
to
if
smoke.
the rest of it is still active.
I don't remember this all that well. I remember it being a pain, but I don't remember what it actually required of me. Not sure how long this is going to take, but there are a lot of dudes over there. Alright, off we trot. Bye, guys. Alright, let's hide up here for a minute. I don't think they can get to me. Oh, they can get to me. No one invited you to this party. Is he not dead? No, he's dead. Or, at the very least, very much in pain. Alright, here we go.
That's a setback.
Hey, D. Saw a trail of bodies over in Pioneer. Thought of you and followed them. Hope you don't mind.
Hey, Lady Love. Ooh. Oh, hey, there's the shard. Nice. It would have been really awkward.
Happy to see me?
I had that covered, you know.
Oh, I know, but the hell you did.
So this means you're along for the ride?
You kidding? My two favorite people in the world in a knockdown drag-out? Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Alright.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
More smoke toys.
Alright, do I need to do something to that before I do this? Or am I just climbing outright? Guess I'm just climbing. Alright, here we go. Really, that's one of the things that makes this mission as difficult as this. It forces you to use smoke for this climb, and I don't like that. Can you please be fucking dazed by that? Thank you. Alright, now I'm climbing. This is the part I remember, and I remember having trouble getting to this a lot of the time.
I think I can. I think I can. I think I can.
Okay, Thomas. Delsin Rowe, the little conduit that could. Hi, sir. Ow.
These guys are chumps. Give me
Suspect
something bigger.
Is gonna get away scot-free now.
Okay, that's bigger.
Bigger? What's bigger? Ow. He's bigger. Need smoke. Can you please pass out so I can do this real quick? Thank you. Where'd that guy go? Did I kill him? I think I might have actually got him. There we go.
That should come in handy.
Where are we going? Up there? Oh no, over there. Alright. Climb? Okay. Delsin. I need you to climb it. Like a rather psychotic human being would. I came from there, yeah. So I'm going this way? I think so.
Hey, I learned my lesson.
And there are enemies over here, so naturally this is obviously the way I need to go. Bye, dudes. Gotcha, bitch. Alright.
Looking for that?
That's your lifesaver.
Down? Alright, I have the thing now, so that's nice. Is there smoke I can take? Thank you. I want those rockets. Very useful. Here we go. Oh.
Hey, Fetch! This would be a good time for some backup!
Ask and ye shall receive!
Hey, there he is.
Eugene! Man, you sure know how to level the playing field.
Fuck it.
It's good to have friends.
Not gonna be able to do it in the final boss, so there's no point in saving it. Actually, just made me think. I don't remember if you get a big special move for Concreat, which is kind of disappointing, to be honest. Where am I going? Am I climbing that? Or is that where I came from? I don't remember. I've turned myself around entirely. I'm gonna go with climbing it.
Succumb to the vengeance of my angels!
Easy on the trash talk, Eugene!
Alright, thanks for that,
Yo,
buddy.
D, come here. You gotta come see this.
Did he just get blown off the building?
Another launch pad for you.
Oh, smartest move I've seen all day.
There you are. Alright, gotta use video now.
Oh, looks like it's time to pull out the new tricks.
Alright. We made it to the roof. Which is nice.
Except the whole roof's armor plated.
Let me try the high beams on it.
You sure you can cut through?
Yeah, if you and Teen Angel there can keep the dupes off my ass.
Fear not, for I shall protect you!
How's it coming, Fetch?
Don't rush me, D. I don't like being rushed.
Yeah, she doesn't like being rushed.
I'm almost there.
I really want to play First Light now. Where are they?
Got
They're
it.
just coming
All
from
yours,
everywhere.
D. You go inside and grab Augustine. Eugene and I'll keep these guys off your back.
Go forth
Alright,
and
here
enter
we
the
go.
dominion of Augustine! The lady and I will cover you.
Now, I get that your power's based on video games, Eugene, but you don't need to talk like that. Like,
Oh, good.
I'm a
You're
gamer.
here.
I don't talk like that.
I've been watching you, Delsin Rowe, testing you while you assembled your little bag of tricks. Very impressive.
Yeah? I know all about what you did, too. Using Hank to set up that crash? Making Eugene and Fetch look like monsters just so you could look like the hero?
Someone has to protect the conduits.
Protect?
In the 7 years since my D.U.P took over conduit oversight from the military, not a single one of our kind has been killed.
No, of course not. Because you just hunt them down and lock them up.
Yes, in Curtin K. Protected from the mobs that want to kill conduits. It's what's best for them, whether they know it or not.
You just make that decision for them, huh?
Some decisions
are too important. I've seen how people look at you in the street. Do you know how rare it is for the powerless to embrace a conduit? You've got to use that popularity, that trust, to convince them that the only solution to the bio-terrorist menace is my D.U.P.
Why? So that you won't be out of a job?
Did you know that over half the conduits who died in the bloodbath 7 years ago were killed by the military? If they regain control, what makes you think things won't return to those good old days?
7 years ago is Infamous 2, by the way.
No. No, I'm gonna expose you. And your deception. And then we'll see who the real protector is.
That would be a death sentence for all conduits. I can't let you do that.
And I won't let you stop me.
Alright, here we go. My video still. Okay. This pretty much the same fight as before for the moment. Need to get over here. Drain that. Get you, bitch. Get her. Thank you. Sounds like she's just not saying anything. I'm not sure if my headset isn't letting me know that she's saying anything because of the way I'm wearing it, or if it's the audio. But it definitely sounds like some of the audio isn't playing properly. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I'm not sure if the audio is working. Oh, there it is.
Okay. You want my power? You got it. "7 years ago, my unit was there to save lives from a new threat. Conduits. People with powers that no one understood. They had the power to kill. And the power to transform some of us into conduits too. I found another survivor. She tailed me as I made my way back to the safety of my battalion. Together we traveled through a lawless city that wanted us dead because of what we now were. Every day, people joined the lynch mob, horrified by the thought of conduits hiding among them. We'd hurt no one, but they could only see us as monsters. When military order finally asserted itself, they treated us as the threat. I was conduit. I was military. But I couldn't be both. So I made another option. It was the only way. By bringing in that first conduit alive, I'd earned the government's trust. And that was just the start. They funded the creation of the D.U.P, thinking we were just freaks, hunting down other freaks. But that wasn't it. I was going to save as many conduits as I could. If my kind were going to live, it'd be behind the walls of Curtin K. 7 7 years, I've kept them safe. Me. I won't let anyone undo that. Not the government. Not the army. Not you.
7 years, all you've done is keep them locked up. You just took away their freedom.
So tell me, what would you do? Just throw open the gates at Curtain Case Station? Set them all free?
You bet your ass I would.
The world hasn't changed in the past 7 years. Inside, the conduits are safe. They're alive. You turn them out, they'd all be dead inside a week. So tell me, who's the savior? And who's the monster?
This is what you wanted! You win! We both have the same power! Only difference is, I've had 7 years to practice.
Alright, here we go. First things first. Been waiting for this. Not sure where it is. Still not. Oh, there it is. Concrete. Go. Just for now. Again, I'm pretty sure she throws in or your friends throw down core relays for you to use to upgrade your abilities as you go. I can't do anything right
some
now.
help! Can't do anything! I need a blast core!
Oh, okay, Delsin. I'll see what I can find. Just hang on.
This is like a really cool boss fight in this like era of gaming. Like typically in modern games, you don't get a final boss that's actually like a boss. Like
Delsin, here!
Thanks! See if you can find some more!
like Metal Gear is pretty much the only thing that you can expect that from in modern gaming, and Metal Gear's over now, so don't know where that's going to come from anymore. Unless there's more infamous games on the way. Maybe Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein did that pretty well, so maybe we'll get more of that from them, but Boulder Dash. I think I just have to dodge. Hold on. Do I have more upgrades? Yes, I do. Endless dash. There we go. I see. This is why you collect everything throughout the game, because it makes this fight super easy by comparison. Also, this is not the easiest dash to control. I'd like to point that out. But with the endless dash, it at least makes it harder for her to murder me, which she seems to be doing pretty easily.
Delsin, catch!
I can't catch that!
Alright. Here we go. Need to be able to shoot, please. Please and thank you. Again, I don't think you get a big finisher move for Concrete, which is kind of disappointing, but it is what it is. More powers means more upgrades. Shrapnel. Can't do anything else. Is that it? Yep. Okay. Still not at full abilities either, so. There we go. Now I can actually do damage. Not a lot, mind you, but damage. Come on. Oh god. Run. Run away. Hey Eugene, I could use another power relay. Just saying. Alright.
Found another. I'll keep looking.
Where is it? There it is. Alright, I need to let my legs grow back before I die. trying to get to that thing. And I died. Alright. Alright, I still have shooting, so we're good. Yeah, I'm gonna check this. It's not what I wanted to check. Is that upgraded already? Yes, it is. Okay. Didn't seem to be doing anything. I guess it doesn't really do anything at all, to be honest. But... Alright, here we go. Eugene, please hurry. I can't do anything.
I'll keep looking.
Alright. By the way, I'm out of power right now, so faster is better. Ah, I can hover now. That's probably not going to come in handy at all, to be honest, but sure. Alright, double lift, triple lift. Alright, so I can triple jump basically, I think. Drain concrete, I can't do that yet. Concrete barrage. It's going to be the missiles, which are going to be probably the next thing, I would imagine. Yeah, I can fly now. Lady? Or crab thing? Oh yeah. It's convenient that she didn't do those attacks whenever I didn't have these powers. Let's talk about that. Come on. Nope, not today. I'm really bad at dodging that. Just want to point that out before somebody else does it for me. I can't attack at all.
That's all I'm gonna need.
Alright. It's like timed perfectly to where I run out right as he throws one in. Never realized that before. Alright, this should be missiles. Quote unquote. Alright, let's do this. Good lord, woman. Crab woman. Alright, this way. Come on. Nope. For once. Alright, so those just kind of respawn over time, I guess. Didn't have one. Oh god. Alright. Oh, that was incredible. Oh god, don't do it. Alright. There we go. Hit you. Hit you again. Which I didn't do. That did nothing. Keep missing. But we're whittling this concrete, stone cold concrete bitch down. slowly but surely. Ah, stop that. Nope. Okay, hold on. Did I upgrade that whenever I got it? Yes. No, I didn't. Hold on. There you go. Whoa. I gotta keep firing, I think, to make more of my concrete barrage powers spawn. She's getting there. Very slowly, but she's getting there. But it didn't do any damage to me. How lucky. Honestly, that was pure luck. Come on. Oh, no, 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 no! Nope, 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 nope. You gotta be kidding. Come on. And now it's way the hell back at, like, almost full health. Alright. Is it upgraded? Gotta check. Yep. You know, it'd be nice if the dash was actually a dash and not just a slightly increased walking speed. Without the ability to turn. That would be quite convenient. There we go. Alright, come on. There it is. Alright. Got this pattern somewhat down. So I started to say that and immediately got hit 3 times. Whoa, jump it. Okay. You don't want to get too close because she's not happy with me, my existence at this point. Jump away. Run. Yes, I just turned into a ball whenever I did that in the air, which is a thing apparently. Sorry if I'm being quiet, I'm trying to concentrate, because I really would not want to do this like 7 times. Honestly, I'd forgotten how big of a pain in the ass this can be. Come on. Just avoid for a minute, because I want my legs back. Also, the music has stopped, so even the game has decided that I'm taking too long on this boss. That's what I take that as. Concrete scorpion. Can you please die before I land on you and die myself? Oh, stop that. There it is. Okay, I was almost dead. You can see the edges of the screen.
Yeah, I'm told that hurts.
When the dust finally settled, all you could see of Augustine were her eyes peering out from that concrete shell. The rage that had filled them moments earlier was now replaced by fear. We dismantled the fortress she had built, the army she had raised, the future she had planned. The entire world was about to know that she had failed. Taken down by a gamer, a junkie, and a small-town delinquent. The crowds cheered as Augustine was hauled away. Before all this, no one would have imagined that humans and conduits could coexist. And now I was the guy kicking off the second age. Oh, and those conduits who'd spent years locked inside the walls of Curtain K, they were soon to be free once again. To live their own lives, to choose their own futures. As for me, I'd gotten what I came for. And now I had a promise to keep.
Betty.
Delsin. You're here. It's gone.
Yeah.
They're all gone.
A promise is a promise, right?
And the others?
I just got here. You're my first stop.
You saved me, Delsin Rowe.
Hey, we're a Comish. We take care of our own, right?
Where's Reggie?
Reggie, Reggie saved me. I love you, brother. I'm sure gonna miss you.
I'm probably gonna have to mute the gameplay here if I can't skip the credits. But yeah, that's the story. Like I said, I'll do a couple things with Concreat, just show it off a little bit, because it is one of the better powers in the game, and you get all of 4 minutes of gameplay with it in the story, which is silly. But it is what it is. Again, I really would love to see a sequel to this. Something that was a little bit more fleshed out, because as good as the game is, like I said before, it's one of those games that the story is only a small portion of what you get with the full game. If you really want the full experience, you have to do everything. And again, the game makes it to a point where I didn't know this my first playthrough either. I wound up doing everything before I beat the final boss, and then I had nothing to do with Concrete. And it's like, what's the point of this power? So like, if you haven't really fully paid attention to this series, I can highly recommend this game, but I recommend you get all the shards as you go through, ignore everything else that you can, get Concrete, and then go back and do everything else, because there are some really fun side missions in this game that are definitely worth doing. I haven't shown it off, and that's probably what we'll wind up doing in this final bit, if I can get past this credit section, which is taking forever. But yeah, the like in each little region that I was clearing out, like each area that had one of those D.U.P trailer doohickey things. It was Troy Baker. I was wondering about that. In every one of those, there are side missions. And once you do all of the side missions, you unlock one final mission, similar to Assassin's Creed Syndicate had a similar thing where, like, once you've done enough stuff, you unlock like the the gang war in a district. And in this game, it's not a gang war, but it's I actually showed it off in a previous episode. I couldn't do it because I hadn't done enough stuff, and I'd like to go back and do at least one section and finish off the district. But the billboard, you find a billboard, and once you've done enough stuff in that portion of the city, you can can't skip it. Once you've done enough stuff in that portion of the city, you unlock the final side mission, which is the billboard. You tag the billboard, and then you call and report yourself, and the D.U.P show up, and you have to fight them off. And they can get really difficult. Like, some of the later areas of the game will have, like, helicopters and APCs pulling up and stuff like that. And it's actually really fun. But if you don't save it for after the game, you will literally have nothing to use Concreat with. And it taught me how to play a game differently. And I tend to play games a lot differently nowadays than I used to, like around the time this came out, because it it made it to where I didn't want to finish everything in a game on the first playthrough. I wanted to beat the story and still have a little bit left to do so that I could potentially fiddle around with stuff that I might not have had until I finished the main story. Congratulations, your victory over Augustine and the D.U.P has made you a hero and improved the lives of the conduits everywhere, especially Fetch and Eugene. You chose the way of justice, but if you wonder what you miss, what vicious powers, evil acts, and corruptive influence you might have enjoyed, you could always start again and take a different path. But first, cement your victory by completely driving the D.U.P out of Seattle. Don't rest until every district in the city is free, and you've collected every precious blast shard. Already did that. Alright, so as I said, we were going to do a thing here. I think this will probably be the best section to do it in, since we're already here, and it's an earlier section of the game. First things first, still have a couple things. There's that. I still need to get a higher hero rating before we can actually get the final couple upgrades. Which we might actually get by doing these side missions. So let's, first things first, we need to take out the cameras, which are somewhere in this facility here. Looks like they're around the corner.
That the bioterrorists who walk among us want to kill. They want to kill us down.
Really, dude? I just killed your boss. Well, I didn't kill her, but you know what I mean. Come on. So, one thing I do want to discuss a little bit in this is, like, the universe for Infamous is a very interesting one, to be honest. At least in the original game, come on. Alright, you're dead. I don't know if those count toward anything. I'm just trying. Oh, that's the billboard. I can't do that until I get to a certain point. In the original game, Cole didn't just start off with powers. It was part of the plot. I don't remember it perfectly for reasons, but in terms of the way that it worked, that I do recall, there was a should be over here, right? Somewhere in this general direction. Maybe not. Come on. I know I saw like a thing that said rooms on it. Alright, so it's up there. Where at up there? Hmm. There we go. It's got to be on this building. So there's a trash can. I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is. Anyway, like I was saying, the way it worked is Cole was a courier, and he was delivering a package. The package exploded, destroyed most of the city he lived in, and also gave him electricity powers. And I want to say, I remember the ending. I'm trying to do this spoiler-free, even though the game is fairly old. I will eventually, I'd like to play it on the channel at some point, but I don't know when that would be. But you get your powers from the explosion. There's this whole soap opera-esque plot with your girlfriend, and she's a nurse. A whole bunch of stuff. There's time travel involved. It's really confusing. But like the whole point was to prepare you for this giant creature that was coming to basically take over and destroy the world or something like that. Alright, so that wasn't too long. Alright. So yeah, like the whole point was like the someone was trying to prepare you for something that was happening across the city. And you had to play through the game to find that out. But the point I was trying to make is like the bit that I was talking about near the end of the game, that you can choose to do something and it will just completely revoke your choices. Like if you choose the evil path throughout the entire game and then choose the good choice in this one point, it makes you good. If you choose good throughout the entire game and then choose evil, it makes you evil, and so on. But one cool thing that they did is the only power you had in the first two games was electricity. I mentioned in an earlier episode that in the second game you do get access to very small amounts of other powers like fire and ice. But it's not a huge amount in any means. If you make it to full evil or full good, you can your electricity has a different color. It would have been cool to see something like that, and it would be cool to see elements of that brought back into this, because spoilers again, at the end of the second game, at least the canon ending, Cole sacrifices himself. So like, you know, it would be cool to see that, like, some sort of plot involving Cole and the events that he did. Whereas this, they had I think it was a pre-order thing. It might be that on the map there, that exclamation point, where you could do missions for, what was his name? I can't remember his name, but Cole had a best friend that didn't have powers, and it was like a, you know, 1950s greaser type character, and he was like the best thing about the first two games. And they had DLC, pre-order bonus DLC. I think it might have been for getting the special edition of the game, that you could do side missions and you would actually talk to him, and he was the person giving you the missions and stuff. Kind of cool. But this is going to be the showdown. This probably won't be that hard at this point because it's an early area of the game, but I just wanted to show this off because I think they're funny. And I highly recommend you play the game to experience this stuff, but like I said, play through the story first, collect everything that you feel like collecting, but leave at least a good portion of this stuff around, because if you don't, you're not going to be able to use Concrete in any way. But that's going to be it for Infamous after I do this. We'll see how hard this is. I don't know if it makes you do the spray painting.
Hi, you have reached the D.U.P helpline. Do you have a bioterrorist incident to report?
There's been a disturbance nearby, by a rather handsome bioterrorist. He decided to vandalize your billboard.
Please hold and stay where you are. We are sending D.U.P troops to neutralize the threat.
That's another thing.
I'm never gonna get tired of this.
As you do these, she actually gets really mad at you in the later ones, like, because you always call it's always the same woman that answers. That was it? Really? Just the helicopter? Alright. Well, that was way too easy. Oh, there is fast travel in this game. Not that it needs it, the map's not that big. I had completely forgotten about that. That's funny. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, if you do the other side missions, you will get the D.U.P control down to 0. And that's one thing that, again, can't really recommend it. The older games were bad about that, is once you got an area down to 0, there was no enemies left in that area. And that was one of the things that bothered me with the first game, is because I had to do multiple playthroughs to finish it to get the Platinum Trophy, because there were challenges that you needed enemies to do. I didn't realize that before I finished it, and I cleared the place out, and I had to start a whole new game just to farm all the challenges that I hadn't completed, plus the ones that I had, over again. There's nothing like that in this one. Basically, just complete everything, clear out every section, and you'll have the Platinum Trophy, and then just have to beat the game again, choosing the other side of things. But again, I do recommend the game. Like I said, there is kind of a set path that I recommend you should take, in that you should collect all the shards, finish the story, then go back and do everything else, because it just makes it a lot more fun that way, because you'll have Concrete. But that is Infamous Second Son. I apologize. My dinner is not sitting right. It's a good game. Rather short, and the world isn't the hugest open world game that you could come across. I mean, take into account that I only just now unlocked fast travel, and I have finished the game. But yeah, it's definitely worth a play, and you could probably get it dirt cheap because it was practically a launch title for PS4. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, I want to thank you all for watching this series. Those of you that have stuck with this through the end of this entire playthrough. Relatively shorter one. Not real sure what we're going to do next. I have some ideas, but that might be held up a little bit. We'll see. But we do have Uncharted going up daily, and that is already a complete series, so it's fully recorded. I did the stream of that the other night, and I took that footage and cut it up into chunks for the people that can't watch a 7-hour video. So yeah, that'll be going up daily from now until like mid-September. It was like 20 parts or so. So that'll be there if I miss a couple days to get something else set up. But until the next series, I want to thank you all again for watching this. I love you all. Ta-ta.